Trash Talk Tailgate.
Strong right slot, Z right. Spider 2Y banana seal.
You're going to call it like it's your favorite play you've ever gotten in your life.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Sunday on a Tuesday. That's right. This is the Trash Talk Tailgate. I am Riley Puddin Peters, the man on the mic. And on the other side, my partner in crime, but nothing that serious. It's defensive backs quality control coach from Louisiana Tech University, Preston Rowe. And we gave you guys a beautiful rivalry week wrap up for fucking college football in the last episode, the surprise Sunday upload. And so on this beautiful Sunday on a Tuesday, we will be covering the NFL. Besides this first little bit that we have, which is us absolutely calling Hugh Freeze to Auburn. I mean, I don't know what you believe in, but I believe in us being right. So there it is. Look at it. And for Liberty fans everywhere, think about that the next time you chant, go to insert school here at another one of your coaches / players.
They got what they wanted.
They did. The power of Christ compelled Hugh Freeze to Auburn. Let's just hope it doesn't poison trees this time. All right. So I think the first of the fucking Sunday on a Tuesday topics that we can enjoy is the, I guess, rise to glory that is Mike White.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody. Mike White. Backup quarterback. Whoa, I'm sorry. Starting quarterback.
He's now
for the New York Jets out of Western Kentucky. Let's see. Yep. He's played in one game, folks. The game against the Bears.
Yep.
He has, in one game, 91 QBR, 78.6 completion percentage. If only DJ Ukulele could do that.
Take notes. Hashtag copious.
Hashtag copious notes.
Yep.
Hashtag copious Clemson notes. Anyways.
Oh my God.
315 passing yards and 3 touchdowns. Now let's compare that to his Mormon contemporary, Zach Wilson. His season stats. 4 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, 4.44 QBR. This man is all about
44.4.
44.4.
Yeah.
The man is an absolute 4. Couldn't help but do that. Speaking of 4, hey Preston, how many more inches do you think you needed? Anyways.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyways. So
no comment.
We get to see anytime, any place. Is that what this is?
Doesn't that just look like a very punchable douchebag face?
That is a very punchable douchebag face. Yeah, so I mean, the Jets did the right thing and sat Zach Wilson. They put him in daycare so he can go hit on all the moms.
Yeah.
and you know, they're letting a real quarterback play football. And that's really what I'm seeing.
Yep. You can just see the entire team dynamic change. Like, you can see the locker room change. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw the comments after the game, but they're like, yeah, you know, it's great to, you know, finally have someone who can throw the football, you know, like, you know,
someone
Wilson.
That doesn't blame the wind.
Exactly. Dude, I don't know, man. The wind is pretty tough.
it's rather turbulent. That's for sure. Yeah, man.
Yep.
I mean, Zach Wilson, he just can't throw into a turbine of wind that is created in every stadium in the NFL, apparently.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but really, TTT hats off to Mike White for just coming out and balling out for us. You know, he really makes us look good after we. Dedicated most of the title of an entire episode to Zach Wilson.
And just fucking
Yeah, so
and he deserved it.
Obviously that Jets team's got some power. He was only good when Bryce Hall was doing most of the fucking load.
Brees Hall, yeah.
I'm sorry, Brees Hall.
Yes.
You better
It's
breeze
okay,
yourself.
UCT.
Maybe. Speaking of CTE, there was one game that really did stand out to me on beautiful Thanksgiving while I was absolutely gorging myself on all the galores they give on that gracious, I can't think of another G word, gathering. Bam.
Yeah.
Fuck. CTE stopped that joke from being beautiful. But the Bills versus Lions. I'll let you carry this one. Bills versus Lions. What do you think?
This is my NFL game of the week. The Bills versus the Lions. I'm assuming all of you guys sat down and watched this game with your family ones.
And if you didn't, you're a communist.
Except for me, because I actually had to work that day. The Bills and the Lions. First of all, this game was insane. Riley, This game had 7 different lead changes.
It was very fun to watch.
It was awesome.
No one I have football fans. Like, my family likes football. I played football my whole life. They always came and cheered me on in my games. Like, my family likes football. But no one, really knows. So, as, a football lover, dude, this shit was fucking wild. But as, just a casual football fan, it was also a very entertaining game.
Yeah. So, the Lions go down. They score 7-0. The Bills, they strike back. They go down. They score 7-0. So it's tied 7-7 at the end of the first quarter. The Bills, they then take the quarter. The Lions go down. They counter with a touchdown of their own. So then it's tied 14-14. Then at the end of the second quarter, the Bills are able to kick a field goal to go up 17-14 at the half. Then the Bills, this was kind of a game changer. Ed Oliver gets a safety on Jared Goff, so the Bills go up 19-14. And then and that was the end of the third quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, the Lions, they're able to score a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion. They're up 22-19. And then the Bills, they go down. They score a touchdown, but they miss the extra point. So if you're following along at home, that's now 25-22 Bills. Then the Lions are able to kick a game-tying field goal. And then the Bills, with under 2 minutes left, they go down and they kick the game-winning field goal to win the 25 in their second game in Detroit in as many weeks. Because they had to play the Browns.
Yeah, there was so much snow, half the players would have been under.
Yep.
Some of the funniest memes out of that. So yeah, that game was wild. The ending, the Bills or the Lions going down and tying it, and then the Bills coming back and fucking icing it. Yep. That shit, dude. As we were watching it, me and my brother-in-law, they fucking came down and the Lions tied it, and we were like, oh shit, no way they did that. No way they did that. They played perfect football. And they got down there, scored, and then we were like, okay, all they got to do is hold. Dude, Bills get the ball. Fucking, a couple plays into it, they fucking score. Or they get down there, and you're like, oh, shit, no way they did that. They played perfect football. They did exactly what they needed to do. It was wild. It was back-to-back beautiful drives from those teams. Awesome football to watch. Definitely some good gobbling football.
You just kind of have to feel for Lions fans because they played a really, really, really great game and they came up just short. It wasn't anything that they did. The Bills, they were just able to essentially what it came down to was who had the ball last.
Yeah.
You know?
And,
So
it's really nice to see that that the Lions have super powered football sun god Amon-Ra St. Brown back on the field, fully healthy.
Dude, he had 9 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown.
Really helped me on my fantasy team. Honestly, this is a nice boost to have. Yeah.
I didn't think you'd like him because he went to Notre Dame.
Listen, man, I'll forgive anybody for the name Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's fucking so. His name is Amon-Ra, dude. Like, yeah, he can do whatever.
Yeah. The Lions, they've, obviously the Bills, we know what the Bills are. Josh Allen, he went 24-42, 253 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw an interception. He's now thrown 14 interceptions on the season, by the way. If they're really going to contend for a Super Bowl, they're going to have to cut down the turnovers, especially
He's going to have to cut that down a little.
What?
He's going to have to cut that down a little.
Yeah, just a little.
Just need a little cut down on that.
Yeah. Jared Goff, he went 23 of 37, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns. He did not throw an interception. And I mean, the Lions, they have one of the best offenses in football. And the crazy thing is that their first-round draft pick wide receiver, Jamison Williams out of Alabama, who they took 12th overall, he's not back yet from his ACL tear that he suffered in college. So.
A seal Terry.
Yeah, I think you just have to be a little bit more patient. I know they've heard that stuff before, but I do think Dan Campbell is the right man for the job. His players believe in him, and you can see that the way that they fight and the way that they just continue to compete. It's awesome to see. As a coach, you always want your players to love and respect you the way that they seem to love and respect Dan Campbell. So, they've just got to learn how to finish games. It's really hard to do, but it also takes it's a process. You've got to go through a lot of adversity to finally learn how to finish games. So, I do think the Lions are on the right track.
Lions, as a short wrap up for you, keep stroking, and maybe someday you'll learn how to finish. All right. Well, with that being said,
before we continue, guys, we should have did this at the beginning of the episode.
Well, first, subscribe, comment,
yes.
Come to the YouTube, on Spotify, give us a 5-star rating, do all the things. This is most important.
Yep. We're now up to 11 subscribers, so
woo!
Keep on subscribing.
We also have a YouTube short with over 1,000 views now. So
yes.
We are officially going
to
move to Hollywood and start a production company.
Yeah, I'm going to go into Coach Cumbie today and quit my job.
So
just
shout
kidding.
Outs.
Yeah. But we also put it on the Reddit Purdue page.
Yeah, r/Purdue had some big love on that page. 60 likes, 11 shares last time I checked, 5,000 views. So really appreciate the love there. It was towards the top and trending on the page until a kid killed himself and took it off the trending. So that is how life be.
Asshole.
That is how life be. But yeah, so shout out to r/Purdue Reddit YouTube Shorts.
Yep.
I guess once again I want to shout out our boy Shamar for continuing the love.
Yep. Although he has not commented yet, so he lied to me.
Oh man, he's gonna have to take that one up to God.
Today, so that's good. Shout out to Jay Sean again. You're my boy. I love you. Shout out to Jarrett Moore. Love you too. You guys have been awesome in terms of feedback and engagement. Shout out to my boy Chris, Carolina. He's been good at promoting us as well, and giving us great engagement and feedback. So all you guys, thank you guys so much, and please continue to tell everyone about us. We really, really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Tell everybody. We're gonna create a storm, and you should vibe with us. Come enjoy the thunder as we clap on everything.
Good vibes, dude. Good
Absolutely.
Vibes.
So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, tell people, let them know. Trash Talk Tailgate streaming on all platforms. And with that being said, this time is officially time to get a little beefy. That's right. It's time for Big Riley's Bub of the Week. And so, first and foremost, I got an honorary Bub of the Week going to one of my favorite positions to have an honorary Bub of the Week from, quarterback. And it is Cleveland quarterback, soon to be backup, Jacoby Brissett. Let's watch this. Oh, man. He took this block to Poland. So, yeah, honorary Bub of the Week goes to quarterback Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
For taking the block to Poland.
Yep.
And now, for the real, official, full-on, dead-ass Bub of the Week, we have Raiders center Andre James. Now, I wanted to be clear that one of the biggest reasons why we are letting this guy get the bub is because his running back Josh Jacobs, JJ, he ran for what was the total yardage, Preston? I know you got the copious notes.
I do have the copious notes. He ran for 229 yards rushing.
So when
he
you're
had
running
73 receiving yards, he had over 300 total yards.
When your running back's putting in work like that, the hog mollies up front are definitely doing some good work. So first and foremost, we're gonna look at this play where he's in an ISO as center. So that means he's alone.
Which is crazy to me.
I mean, and he handles his work. Gives his quarterback the 5 seconds he needs to step up. Boom, put that one in.
Yep.
I'm actually gonna mute this one. So that's a good block right there, just an ISO. So the next one I'm gonna show you, that was just
take
a little
the
bit
CC
of
off.
That is true. I am about to take the CC off. I don't know who she is, but she's getting off. So this next block, he's coming right here. You're going to see him not touch any of the defensive linemen and go straight to the next level trying to find a linebacker. So the ball snapped. Boom, he touches, and he's on his way. He finds a linebacker, sees him, and he's eyed him now. His feet are moving. He moves. He gets an initial block. The running back cuts back.
Yep.
And he is able to get his body flipped around and make a block on the other side of this guy. So we're gonna run this one back from the beginning. So ball snapped. He's going down. So here he's getting a block on the guy's. So I guess it'd be that guy's right shoulder because he's facing the play. So it's the player's right shoulder he gets a hit on.
Yes.
The running back cuts. My man, Andre James, flips his hips and gets a block. Same guy, left shoulder.
Yes.
Stops him from getting the play. Josh Jacobs, boom, busts it right through it. And that's a touchdown. And that's a touchdown because of Andre James getting out there.
Him.
Yeah, him flipping his hips. He caused a little bit of trouble on the safety that was also right there. I mean, I won't say he did too much, but the block on that linebacker and the way he's able to flip back, I mean, it really sealed that edge and allowed Josh Jacobs to get through.
Now, Riley, I do have a question for you.
Yes.
Go back. So do you know why he doesn't hit the D lineman? Do you know why he just works right up to the backer?
I mean, the scheme seems that, Yeah, they trust the guard to do that there because that's the backside.
Yeah.
So the power side, they got a double team going. They got a guy essentially running as a fullback, a lead blocker. They also have a wide receiver out here. Since it's backside, this D tackle, while someone that can't be forgotten, is also not the most important. And so this guy being able to slip to the next level, also because that D tackle was, he was almost nose up on that guard. So you don't even need to give him a chip.
Exactly. It's initially because of where the D lineman is aligned. Like, if he's head up on the center, then he's going to have to chip him. He's going to have to combo him. Like, you know what I mean?
No, you're 100% right. That's true. So, that D-line just front, which also doesn't, I think that dude's misaligned, that
Probably.
D tackle, because there's no one here. None of these linebackers fill properly as you think they would if he was intentionally where he is, this defensive lineman. So, yeah, let's watch it one more time. Let's get him. Boom. It sucks that it's a little out of frame here. But right shoulder, bam, gets it around, sticks with the play.
God.
Fucking goes back around, and it's a touchdown, man.
That's awesome.
That's a beautiful one. So then I have another one here later. Bang. That's going to be a little bit of another one. So this is another pass. So in this one, he's in a double team pass block, but he gets turned to ISO, just absolutely holds his man. But the real reason why we picked this play is because Devontae Adams makes one of the fucking prettiest catches I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers is crying after that one, that's for sure.
Yes, he is.
And then
and not
last
because of
one,
his broken thumb.
So the last play that I have is let's go a little bit of this. Okay. So this is the overtime touchdown run by Josh Jacobs.
Yes.
It's 84 yards. No, 86. 86. Did my math wrong. 86. And that's why, so center right here. So essentially what happens here is the center, the way that they call this fucking block screen, this kind of looks like it might be his own, but it's also looks a little designed as well. But between the center, Andre James, the starting left or right guard and right tackle, and the tight end, they seal in like 5 of the fucking defenders of the Seahawks.
Yep.
And just allowed Josh Jacobs to hit this hole and be gone. He does a little work. He does a little work himself right there on that safety, but honestly, he was
And that's
gone.
a beautiful cutback, by the way.
It is. It's a very pretty cutback. Let's watch it again. Oh, no. If you're watching the YouTube, which you should be, like, comment, subscribe, you'll be able to see this play. And right now, our boy, Josh Jacobs, has a choice to make. He's got a whole wall of offensive linemen just kind of making a solid bow for him. So he knows where he's going to go. But there is 3 holes for him to choose from, but one of them is presently covered by a defender, so there's really only 2.
Yep.
And one is the cut in between the guy, essentially the fullback, and the right tackle, or between the fullback and the tight end.
Yep.
And so
because he sees that defender closing in, he decides to cut it back.
He decides for the hard cut and goes in between the fullback and the right tackle.
But that's just great blocking up front.
It's absolutely hog mollyism.
Yes.
Truly.
Yep.
So for that, and that just beautiful display of absolute dominance in the fucking trenches. Andre James, you are Big Riley's bub of the week.
Congratulations to you, sir.
Yeah, man. And we hope your team keeps running the ball with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And with that being said, we're going to transition to Preston's favorite segment.
It is my favorite segment. It's the best segment, Riley. What are you talking about?
Bruh.
Yeah, and for this best segment, what are we going to talk about?
Well, we already talked about the Raiders. We're going to continue to talk about the Raiders.
Because the Raiders coaches are anti-munching grass. I mean, they've got to be.
Jacobs.
They do.
They hate Josh Jacobs. Riley, I've got some copious notes and stats for you. Do you want to know
copious
what they
notes? I do.
Hashtag copious notes. Okay, so Riley, the Raiders' record, if you didn't know, they are 4-7. Not great. A lot of people thought they'd be a lot better because, they've got Derek Carr, Josh Jacobs, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, and Devontae Adams. That's a pretty fucking stacked offense, Well, Riley, whenever Josh Jacobs... Riley, this is going to pain you as an offensive lineman, okay? Are you ready for this?
Give it to me. Bring the pain.
Okay. Riley, what's the key to any football game?
The fucking trenches.
Yep.
The run game. Domination.
Yep. So, guys, I'm just going to throw some stats at you. Josh Jacobs, whenever they run the ball for over 100 yards, whenever he has rushing, they are 4-1. And their one loss was a 30-29 loss to the Chiefs. That's pretty respectable. It's okay to lose to Mahomes boy and Travis Kelce and Andy Reid.
Yeah,
That's
just don't lose to his
Riley?
son Bronze.
What?
Just don't lose to Mahomes' son Bronze.
Yes.
Shout out to Patrick Mahomes and his brand new son. Bronze.
Oh my god, dude! What a name! What a name!
Well, he's Patrick Levon Mahomes the third, but because he's third, they're calling him Bronze.
So you would think that if you're 4-1 when you run for over 100 yards as a team, you want to feed the ball to Josh Jacobs and let Andre James and that offensive line fuck shit up, right, Riley?
I mean, that's what I'd do.
That's what I would do. But Josh McDaniels, just classic Josh McDaniels, trying to overthink everything.
Yeah.
In their 6 losses, you know what the trend is, Riley?
Not running the ball. Let me guess.
Josh McDaniels does just for some reason hates Josh Jacobs.
He is anti-munching grass.
In 6 of their losses, he has 59 yards rushing, 69 yards rushing, 66 yards rushing, 43 yards rushing, and 67 yards rushing, and 78 yards rushing. So he's not over 100 yards in 6 of their 7 losses. You would think that you would want to get your bell cow the rock as much as possible, right?
I mean, yeah, especially in the NFL.
Yep.
It's really hard to create a new scheme in the NFL.
Here's the crazy thing, dude. Josh Jacobs leads the league in rushing with 1,159 yards. And in 6 of their games, they played 11 games. They're 4-7. In 6 of their games, he hasn't rushed for over 100. Imagine if he rushed for 100 in, 8 or 9 of those games.
Yeah.
What would that number be right now?
It would be higher.
It would be a lot fucking higher. It just, dude, I'm sorry, but football, I don't care how analytical you want to get. Football will always come down to controlling the line of scrimmage, running the football, and just dominating up front. That's what football is. Josh McDaniels, once again, why would anybody hire this guy? Because you clearly see the trend. You're 4-1 when you rush for over 100 yards with Josh Jacobs, who is currently leading the league in rushing.
Yeah.
And whenever he doesn't run for 100 yards, 1-6.
Yeah. I mean, I'll give him the credit that the team that is built there and with the Raiders organization is very good. I mean, they have a solid team built down there.
Yep.
But for some reason, my man can't win a fucking poker game with all aces.
Nope.
I don't, I just, uh,
And I get it, dude. Like, oh, we've got Devontae Adams, we've got Darren Waller, we've got Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, well, guess what? Whenever you run the ball successfully and, I don't know, play action the ball, guess what? Those linebackers are going to fucking jump because they're concerned about the run game. And then you've got wide open deep throws and intermediate throws to those targets out wide. It's a novel concept, isn't it, Riley? So the Raiders,
novel.
You are our bro of the week. Josh McDaniels, once again, just what the fuck are you doing, dude? Just you've got maybe one of the best running backs in football. Statistically, he's the leading rusher right now. And for some reason, you hate him. They don't run the ball enough. It's ridiculous. And the numbers show, whenever you run the ball, you win games. All 4 of their wins have come when he runs for over 100 yards. It's fucking wild.
And I mean, I understand that they went out and they put a lot into getting Devontae Adams.
Yep.
But with that being said, they also built a very good offensive line.
Yeah.
And I understand you spent the money for Devontae Adams, you want to use him. But you are, like, if you look at this past game, the way that they were able to use him because they were running the ball so well is so much more efficient than the way that they try to use him in all those games where they get the shit kicked out of them and they just let Derek Carr sling it like the gunslinger he dreams he is when he fucking goes to sleep at night. Like, it's kind of disrespectful to this amazing offensive line that they built. Like, that, you saw my bub of the week, man. I mean, that's just the center. And the whole offensive line plays really well. They communicate well. They have a really good feel of what Josh Jacobs is going to do when he's running, which is very important for an offensive lineman. As an offensive lineman, like, when you have a relationship with your fucking running back, and like, when you, like, when you like them, when you're friends, like, it's different. It's just so much more different blocking for him. I mean, you just, like, feel where they're going to go, and you're just there with them. And I think that's something that you really see in the fucking second clip or I guess the first clip that we broke down, but the second clip overall of Andre James' Bub segment with me, where he flips his hips and gets the hit on the right side of the shoulder and the left side on the shoulder. He doesn't, most likely, I imagine he probably didn't even know where Josh Jacob was. He just fucking felt him and got there.
Yep.
And, like, that's really how it is. So, it's just a little disrespectful. So, bruh.
Yep, bruh.
All right, man. So now let's talk about how the Ravens can't hold a lead if they fucking owned a bucket.
So, in case you guys didn't know, the Ravens are 7-4. But all 4 of their losses, they have blown big leads. Okay? So they've lost to the Dolphins, the Jaguars. They were up 13-10 over the Giants in the third quarter. That's not a big lead, but still, it's the Giants. You should win that game. Right, Riley?
I mean, any year but this year, yes.
I mean, I don't believe in the Giants. I
have a hard time believing in the Giants in anything but the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Yeah. I just don't believe in the Giants this year. You were winning 20-10 over the Bills at halftime, and you lost 23-20. So basically, you didn't score anything in the second half in that game. They outscored you 13-0 in the second half. You can't do that. The egregious one. You were up 35-14 in the fourth quarter over the Miami Dolphins at home.
At home.
And you gave up 28 points in the fourth quarter because you let Tyreek Hill run wide open on your secondary. Just
Sauce
busted coverages, miscommunications.
And
And then the most
peace
recent
signs.
one, this past weekend, you're up 19-10 in the fourth quarter over the Jacksonville Jaguars. I get
Whoa.
it. Trevor Lawrence is supposed to be, fucking touchdown Jesus. But goddamn, dude, you're supposed to win that football game. You have to win that game. It's the Jaguars.
I mean, hey, Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, that's 2 Clemson players. That means that, automatically that team's world class.
No.
And so, you got to respect them. You
Nope.
got to respect touchdown Jesus. He's who I think of on Sundays.
I love John Harbaugh. I think he is one of the best coaches in the NFL. But, you can't continue to blow these fourth quarter leads.
Okay, now, I have a question for you.
Yes.
How do you feel about the Ravens fan base wanting Harbaugh fired?
Oh, dude, I didn't know we were going to go here, but they're fucking delusional. Like, who are you going to get that's better than John Harbaugh?
Yeah, I live and work in the greater Baltimore area, and I hear all the time people talking about, like, they want someone else. Sean Payton
who are you
is a
gonna
name
get?
that's been thrown around recently.
They think they're going to get Sean Payton?
Yeah, apparently he's been tweeting about Lamar Jackson. But
No, supposedly he wants either the Cardinals job.
yeah, see, that's what I think. I think he's going to get a job somewhere and try to recruit Lamar Jackson to play with him. Anyways,
But
because I think Lamar is kind of done with the fucking Baltimore fan base.
Yeah, we can. This can be another bruh. Do you have the tweet, Riley?
Oh, I have the tweet, my friend.
Bruh, Lamar,
Do
I
you?
get it. You just lost this football game. It's a game you should have won. In all honesty, you shouldn't have lost this game.
Okay.
But you can't like this.
So
Riley, do you want to read it?
yeah, let me. So we get a tweet from just somebody. When someone is asking for over $250 million guaranteed, and he tags Lamar Jackson, games like this should not come down to the kicker. Let Lamar walk and spend that money on a well-rounded team. So, one, this dude can suck a dick because Lamar Jackson is great.
Yes.
I will not. No one at the Trash Talk Tailgate is here to take away from Lamar Jackson's skill because I believe in him as a quarterback. Maybe not in the playoffs, but regular season, he's still rolling.
He won an MVP, dude.
He did. No, he's a legit quarterback. Just
He's
not
a
in the
legit
playoffs.
quarterback. He
and
broke
so
Michael Vick's single season
true.
rushing record for a quarterback.
Yeah, dude.
Which
He's got
I didn't
that
think
dog
would
in
ever
him.
be done. You know?
Yeah, he's got that dog in him.
Does.
All right, so to this tweet, Lamar Jackson replies, "Boy, STFU, aka shut the fuck up.
Yep.
Y'all be capping too much on this app. Motherfucker never smelt a football field, never did shit but eat dick."
And then he deleted it.
He did delete it. I just think it's what should happen in this situation. I think Lamar Jackson did the right thing here.
I don't.
I think he did.
I don't. You can't. I get what he's saying. Like, he's not wrong, but at the same time, you're the face of the Baltimore Ravens. You can't do that. You can't take shots like that.
He said some shit he shouldn't have.
Yes.
But if he would have stopped that fucking tweet at "you never smelt a football field," I have zero wrong with it.
Yeah. No. I don't think he should have said, shut the fuck up.
But I mean, he put STFU, which is usually implied as shut the fuck up, but it is not.
Yeah.
It is not writing shut the fuck up. I did put the word fuck in that tweet myself when I said it.
Because you know what he means.
We all know what he means, but it's not said out loud.
Okay.
And that's what we call semantics.
Okay.
Honestly, though, I mean, 100%, sometimes there are such a things as toxic fan bases.
And these officials really need to get off the field.
Somebody threw something at him from the stands.
Well, let me tell you what I did. The weekend after the Iron Bowl, I went to Auburn, Alabama, because I live 30 miles away, and I poisoned the 2 tumor trees.
We know that all too well, don't we, Riley?
We do. And the Baltimore Ravens fan base is a toxic fan base.
You would know. I'm not there. I have no idea.
I live in it. And
Who
they're
do they
like,
think they're gonna get, dude?
Sean Payton. They all, literally all of them think Sean Payton. I'm not shitting you. I've not heard any other legitimate, like, people brought up besides that.
Okay, but just think about
It
this.
just,
Okay.
listen, let's not even. I don't want to talk about where Sean Payton's going to go. Because.
Well, I'm not even gonna go there.
Okay.
I think that's delusion. Like, I don't even want to
Yeah.
address that. He's not gonna go to Baltimore. I don't think.
No.
But think about this, dude. Like, okay, maybe you think you'll get Sean Payton. Okay, whatever. But there are only a few coaches in the NFL that I would argue are better than John Harbaugh. Bill Belichick, Mike Tomlin, Andy Reid. That's kind of it. Like, who else would you take over John Harbaugh right now?
Sean McVay.
Maybe Pete Carroll? Maybe?
Nah, fuck Pete Carroll. Sean McVay.
Not Sean McVay, dude. His team is trash this year.
I mean, this year, but that's because they've come over and they've had some turmoil.
Yeah,
He's a great coach.
They've been plagued by injuries this year, you know. But
Yeah, dude. That's fucking hard to coach through. You know that's hard to coach through.
it is hard to coach through. You're not wrong, but
Sean
I don't
McVay
think-
is a legit
maybe
coach.
Sean McVay. I might put him up there. He's definitely like in that tier.
And
of
Mike
John Harbaugh.
McDaniels. I'm taking
Like-
Mike McDaniels over John Harbaugh any day.
No.
Yeah.
No way. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to watch the cinematic cut of the fucking the Baltimore Ravens losing to the fucking Miami Dolphins with a 4-quarter comeback? Do you want to watch it and then tell me that Mike McDaniel isn't better than John Harbaugh?
He hasn't won a Super Bowl.
And he's only been head coaching for like 3 years.
No, this is his first year head coaching. But
I think that just proves my point more.
no, it doesn't, because he blew his Super Bowl. He was on that 49ers staff that blew his Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan because they refused to run the ball.
Who would you blame more, him or Kyle Shanahan?
I blame both of them.
I blame Kyle Shanahan.
I get what you're saying,
Honestly,
Kyle Shanahan.
I blame Mike Shanahan.
True.
That's who I blame for that 49ers blowout and a lot of other things in my life. Anyways, continue. Let's continue back on the path of Mike McDaniels is better than John Harbaugh. But besides that point, let's continue back to...
Wrong, sir.
Anyways, let's continue back to
You're wrong.
the Baltimore Ravens toxic fan base. And Lamar Jackson just doing the right thing and letting them know that he ain't no bitch.
I mean, dude, he could literally walk. Like,
He
he's a
could.
free agent.
100%.
Like, I mean, if you
I think there's gonna be a he needs 25 or sorry, he needs 250 million to stay in Baltimore. Okay.
Yep.
He is probably, I bet you the contract he takes is gonna be fat, don't get me wrong. But he's
Yeah, it's
probably
gonna be
gonna
fat.
take like 200 over 10 somewhere.
Well, the thing is just going to be how much is fully guaranteed.
Or 8.
That's the
Yeah.
True.
Question. That's also the question. We'll see how that turns out.
But I mean, just you can't, as the face of the franchise. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but you just have to take like 30 minutes to an hour and just calm down. Don't
100%.
go running to Twitter.
I'm not actually condoning Lamar Jackson's actions here. I do think it's fucking hilarious, and I want him to keep
Oh, it's
doing
funny.
it. But Yeah,
Like-
if you're actually considering yourself the leader of a franchise, do not verbally, I guess Twitterly abuse your fans or random people, commentators.
Stay
whatever
off
fuck
the
they are.
tweeter after you just lost to touchdown Jesus and the
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
100%. 100%. All right, man. And so the last thing that I want to cover is my NFL game of the week, aka
Yep.
Puddin's pick.
Oh my god.
And it is the Washington Commanders versus the Atlanta Falcons. In which the Washington Commanders were able to pull out a nice little dub-a-dub W. So, 19-13 win. Felt pretty good. Got a nice pick on Marcus Mariota. That was pretty fun. Overall, very hard-nosed game of football. Offensive line played pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. They're really good in the run game for Washington. We got a pretty good run-blocking offensive line. And, of course, a running back that sports a big hat.
Of course, dude. Do y'all have that picture?
Oh,
Do you have that?
it's time. It's time.
I'm sure y'all have seen it, but it's too good of a picture not to have on the podcast. He's got a friend who makes big hats.
With big hats.
I want a big hat. Riley, can we get ourselves a big hat with the TTT?
Brian Robinson's friend that makes big hats. Can we get a big hat with a TTT on it?
Yeah. That'd be awesome. I could finally stop wearing this hat.
Big hat.
It's so powerful.
That hat is so fucking powerful, dude.
It's so powerful. Oh my god.
God, I fucking love it.
It's so good, dude.
It makes me
Dude,
so happy.
The Commanders are 7-5.
Yeah, we're a legit
I don't think
threat.
people realize that.
I didn't.
I mean, y'all are definitely, I don't think you're going to be able to win the division. I think the Eagles will take that division, but
Yeah,
y'all
but
can
right
definitely
now, we're in
become
a
a wild
1-1
card
tie. I mean, if the playoffs ended today, all of the NFC East is in.
Yeah. But I'd much rather have y'all in the playoffs than the fucking Cowgirls.
Exactly. Fuck
Yeah.
the Cowgirls. But, I mean, overall, solid game. Captain ODU, as always, rallying the dogs to a fucking pretty feisty finish.
What was the final score?
19-13.
Okay.
Very, very low scoring, drag it out kind of affair. But
A game that you have to win in the trenches.
and they did. Both sides. I think they did. I think they were smart not to bring Chase Young back this game because I don't think he would have made much of a difference.
No, he wouldn't.
And just the nature of the game is, I understand them not wanting him to like get himself fucked up that fast.
Yep.
Well, yeah, pretty solid game. The worst thing of the game, by far, the worst, was Washington's. I hate to say that it's a commemoration to Sean Taylor because it's so
'Cause it's
fucking
not.
terrible.
It's
watch.
disrespectful.
I'm gonna mute this.
It's not even a Dick's Sporting Good mannequin.
Look at that. Look at this.
It's a Kohl's mannequin.
Dude, it is. I mean,
What
is it
even
supposed
is
to be
that?
Is it supposed to be the angel spirit of Sean Taylor?
I don't know.
Like, why is it empty? Why?
You should go ask Dan Snyder, see what he says.
He's gonna say, "Please, are you a lawyer? I must know before I talk to you." I mean, what is this, dude?
I don't know. It's disrespectful.
Honestly, even though we're trying to keep bruh to more specifically coaching mishaps, this is such a fucking. Hold on, let me get close on this. Bruh.
Yep.
I just one of the very few bright spots of this era of Redskin Commanders football is Sean Taylor. And one of the darkest spots is his death.
Yep.
And as a fucking, man, it's just so shitty to see them do this like this.
Yeah.
Philadelphia has a bronze statue to a play they called one time.
Yeah.
And we make a fucking backyard fucking Rod Steel Bindi statue with the fucking actual rip-off 2001 Redskins away uniforms.
Yeah, he never wore that uniform, by the way.
No, some kid in fucking Asia was wearing it. They had to go buy it off of him. It looks so bad.
I mean, I get, a lot of people say, oh, Sean Taylor, he's overhyped. The reason we talk about Sean Taylor like that is because he was literally, he left us in his prime. He was just getting started. He was already one of the best safeties in the league at that point. And, it's a huge what if.
There's no merit to any overhype speculation to me because we never got to see how it played out.
Yeah.
So sit down and shut up. Let us enjoy Sean Taylor being one of the best ever. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yep.
Nothing to it but that. Nothing to it but to scoot it and boot it.
R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
Absolutely, man. All right, brother. Well, this has been a good one.
Yep.
I've enjoyed it, my friend.
Sunday on a Tuesday.
Sunday on a Tuesday. All right. This has been the Trash Talk Tailgate. We got to pack up and head out of here.
Yep.
Peace.